Hi, I'm Jill, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to contour your face for you guys. Doing makeup is one of my favorite hobbies. I started wearing makeup in about 7th grade, but I started doing it as a hobby about 2 years ago when my mom got me my very first eyeshadow palette for my birthday. It took me a long time to get to where I am today, but I just needed lots of practice. So the tools that we are going to use today are this Promise Organic face lotion, moisturizer, this Ulta face primer, this Hard Candy foundation, a wet beauty blender for foundation, this Naked concealer, a separate wet beauty blender for the concealer. I don't like to mix the two because they're different shades and it just kind of defeats the purpose. This Sephora contour palette, an angled blending brush for contour, an oval shadow brush also for contour. Whoops, sorry. This Hot Mama blush, a round blush brush, this Sephora eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be using this shade in particular. It's a white eyeshadow. I'm going to be using that for highlighter. And then this stippling brush to apply the highlighter. So we're going to start by moisturizing the face. It's a very key step in keeping your face hydrated. If your face is hydrated and looks good, your makeup's going to look good. Or better anyway. So I just rub that all over my face. And then the next step is to prime your face. You want to prime your face before you put makeup on because it'll help your makeup last all day. Helps it not to slide around or to come off during the day. So I'm just going to apply about that much to my finger and then rub it all over my face just like I did the moisturizer. Now once that's evenly spread, we can start with foundation. I wet my beauty blender before starting this video just for time's sake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it to my face first and then blend it out. Sometimes people like to put a dab on their hand first and then dip their beauty blender and put it on their face. I find it's just easier to get it on my face first and then I can blend it all out. So I'm going to do 3 streaks down the center of both sides of my face. I'll put some right here, here, and then a little on my forehead. And then I'm going to take my wet beauty blender. It's better if it's wet because it's more like a sponge. It's kind of absorbing. So beauty blenders help to get the excess foundation if you've got any. And also, I like to use a beauty blender over a brush because I find it's less streaky. It's just more of a flawless finish. So what I'm doing right now is blending this all out. You want it to look nice and even. You want the foundation to go all over your whole face evenly. Lines do not look good. And I like to put it on my ear. Not everybody does that. I just like the color to all look the same everywhere. And then you want to bring it down your neck. Sorry, it's going to sound a little weird when I talk about this. You want to bring it down your neck so that it blends in. You don't want any harsh lines. And then, yeah, we're just going to continue blending. This part probably takes the longest out of contouring. I'm going to try and do it quickly just for time's sake for you guys. I don't want you getting bored, but I have not always been good at makeup, let me tell you. My foundation, I used to wear orange foundation because I thought it made me look tan. Darker foundation does not necessarily make you look tan. If you can tell that it doesn't match your face, then you look orange and you look like you don't know what you're doing. So we're almost done here. Okay. Can you see that it's applied very evenly? This light might help a little bit, sorry. Okay, now that that's done, we are going to apply concealer. The point of concealer is to brighten certain parts of your face. So I'm going to put it in very specific parts of my face, and I do this every single time. I'm going to put it right here in sort of a triangle shape, and then all the way up my cheekbone on both sides. Down the brim of my nose. Okay. It's distracting, sorry. On my chin, and then the center of my forehead. These are the spots that you want to be bright. You want them to stand out. So now I'm going to take my second Beauty Blender and blend this all out. And I like to bring it all the way up the side of my nose because we are going to contour the nose as well. Bring it all the way up the side of the nose and then all the way back. And just sort of blend it together. You want this portion of your face to be bright. So that's what you're going for when you blend it. Another important thing is making sure you get the right shades. You don't want your concealer to be too bright because then it looks white. You don't want your concealer to look too dark because then it can look muddy and dirty. So you have to kind of play around a little bit. You can go to Sephora and they'll let you try out all the products right there in the store, and they'll even color match you if you want them to, so that you're making sure you're getting the right shades. Okay, now we're done with concealer. We're going to move on to the actual contouring part. So I'm going to take my angled brush and dip it in the lightest shade. I'm just going to get a little bit right on the corner. Make sure you don't get too much on your brush because it will end up being too dark. And I'm going to apply it. So there are several parts that I'm going to apply to. I'm going to start with my cheekbones. Do you see how there's sort of a natural shadow right here? That's where I'm going to apply it. Not everybody has that, obviously. That's kind of the point of contouring, is to give you those shadows and that shape that you want that you might not necessarily have naturally. I have it naturally, so I'm going to apply it there. And I'm going to kind of use a back and forth and circling motion at the same time. This just blends it out nicely so that there are no harsh lines. I also like to make this face. I just feel like it kind of spreads the skin out a little bit so it's easier to work with. You don't have to do that. You'll probably find yourself doing it unintentionally though. Okay, that contour is all lined or all blended out. Now I'm going to move on to the next one. And do just the same thing on this side. And get a little bit more product on my brush. That's the other thing, is if you get too much on your brush the first time, it can be hard to handle, but you can always put more on your brush. So if you feel like you didn't get enough, put a little more and just blend it out until it looks good to you. Okay, the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it around the sides of my face up to my forehead, and I'm going to get it in the corners of both of my foreheads. So I like to dab it on. And get the corner of my forehead right there. Same with this side. So I start at the end of this contour and then work my way all the way up to the forehead. Do you see how the shadows help kind of shape my face? Next, I'm going to apply it on the edges of my cheekbone, or sorry, my jawline, to help outline it. It just makes it look more prominent. You don't have to do this step if you don't want. You don't have to do any of them, honestly. Makeup is an art and you get to choose the way you do it. This is just the way I'm choosing to do it, and if you like it, you can too. Okay, so now that that's done, the last part of the contouring is the nose. So I'm going to take this brush. You can use any sort of fluffy brush, and I'm going to put it where, so I put concealer down the middle and both sides, so where there's not concealer is where I'm going to put bronzer. This helps make your nose have the effect of being slimmer and skinnier. And then I kind of round it out at the bottom. Okay, now that contouring's done, we're going to move on to blush. So I'm going to take this brush, dab it a few times. I tap it to get all the excess off, so all the extra powder that's just sitting on top of the brush, you tap that off. And then I kind of pounce it, and then I swirl. And you like to put it above the apple. So this is the apple of your cheekbone, or your cheek. You want to put it behind that. This helps kind of round out your face. When you get lots of sharp lines in there, it looks very jagged. This helps kind of round it out. Sometimes you can't even tell that it's on. Like, other people wouldn't really notice that you have blush on, but they can tell by the overall look of your face. So just do that again to the other side. Okay, and our final step is going to be highlighter. I like to get the brush a little bit wet first because it helps make the highlighter look shinier and more prominent. I don't have water next to me right now. I don't usually when I'm doing my makeup, so I'm just going to dab it on my tongue a few times. And then I get quite a bit on the brush. I personally like a lot of highlight. I like to look very shiny. It's all up to preference though. And then I'm going to put it, so there's a natural line on your cheekbone. It just comes down like this. It's where the light hits it most. Do you see how the light's hitting right here? That's exactly where you want to put the highlight. And then we're going to repeat that for the other side. And then I also like to put some on my nose, the end of my nose. And then the bow of my lip. There you have it. So some ways that you could complete this look are definitely you'd want to do your eyebrows. You could use an angle eyebrow brush like this, and you could use, I like to use just plain old eyeshadow. So you pick a color that matches your eyebrows, you just outline it and fill it in, and then you could do some eyeshadow, a winged eyeliner, you could throw some lashes on, and a lip, and there you have it. You have a nice glam look for going out with your friends, or maybe prom, or anything like that. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope it helped.